In today's episode of Value on My Toy Collection, we're going to value a lot of our Fisher-Price Little People collection. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Jump right in and start valuing some of these toys. We'll start with a newer piece. This is a Barbie Beach Cruiser from the Barbie movie, and it's worth about $25. Next up, we have this loose Fisher-Price van, worth about $15. And then we have this. This is in Fisher-Price. It's called a Chico rally car, actually, worth about $22. It reminds me of Back to the Future. All right, and then from 1973, we have these bouncing buggy toys, and these are worth about $15 each. And we have two. One of them still has the original string on it. They're pretty fun to pull around. Next, we have this little boardwalk restaurant, worth $15, and a little mart worth about $25. We have the Blue Roof House, that's worth about $35. It's for the newer, big-bodied Fisher-Price Little People. And then we have the airplane with several figures included, and it's worth about $35. And there's my beautiful helper Daisy to help show off the toys today. Then I tried to group my Little People in sets of 20, and they're worth at least $3 each. So that's about $60 we can add to our grand total. But some are worth a lot more than $3, but I'm just doing a ballpark figure of about $3 each. And then here's a second lot of 20 more figures worth about $3 each. So that's another $60 we can add to our grand total. It's really going to be cute in the toy museum when I get to set all this up with the play sets and all the figures in it. And then here's a third lot of 20 at $3 each. So that's another $60 we can add to our grand total. You know, brand new, these Little People are expensive at the store. They usually cost about $6, $7 each. All right, and here's another lot of 20. So that's our fourth lot. So this is another $60 we can add. And I have one more lot to add of 20, you guessed it. So that's another $60. So actually that was, 100 Little People we added at $3 each. $300 we just added to our grand total. All right, next we have this really cute little plush guy of Eddie. He's worth about $15. And then we have Sonia Lee, and she's worth about $15 as well. You don't see these little plush animals too much. Well, dolls, I should say. We have the Fisher-Price Cottage. It's worth about $30. It's really cute. And then we have the Purple Roof House for Fisher-Price, and it's also worth about $30. All right, we have these little tall figures and some of the pets, and I just did this in a group of 10 and just averaged everybody at about $4 each. So this is another $40 we can add to our overall grand total. But actually, some of these are worth a little bit more than $4, but I'm just trying to keep it easy, breezy, peasy. All right, next up, these are called wheelies. This is Mrs. Santa Claus still in her original package. She's worth about $25. And then we have one of a policeman in his original package worth about $20. Have the purple van here from 2005 worth $16. And a little African-American man still in his package worth $12. The policeman in the car is worth $10, and this vintage plate is worth about $12. And the dinosaur is worth $14. The vintage train, this one is old, it's worth at least $25. And then we have a ton of these figures. We actually have 35 of these figures, and some are Fisher-Price, some are Tonka. It's just a big mix, and they're worth about $2 each. So that's another $70 we can add to our overall grand total. Some are worth a little bit more. And then we have 9 of these cars, and they're worth at least $5 each. So that's another $45 we can add to our total at the end of the video. Now this is in Fisher Price, but it's a Palace Pets bed, and it's worth $13, and the little Tights car is worth $10, and this vintage motorcycle is $18. Now we have the brand new school bus, it's worth $27, and the Toy Story 4 Ferris wheel is worth about $25. We have the recycle truck still on its box or card worth $30, and the Barbie convertible worth $22. We have the airplane set, it's worth about $30, and then the big green train is worth about $35. And then we have the Aladdin Magic Carpet set, and it's worth a big old $70. The little recycle car is worth about $11. And then we have the giraffe playset, and it's already worth $50. Sophie and the sheepdog are worth about $18. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are worth $50 now. That's pretty good. Then Minnie and Daisy, they're worth $25 still on the card. And then here we have the little girl and the boy in the wheelchair worth about $18. The swimmer and gymnast are worth about $15. And then we have Eddie and his dog worth $20. And then we have a surgeon and a doctor. They're worth about $25. And Kobe and his dog, they are worth about $20. And then we have a cat and an African-American little girl in a taller package worth about $18. This loose dump truck is worth about $15. And we have a taco truck still in the package. It's worth about $25. We have these vintage empty bottles from 1989. I think they held baby bath bubble stuff, worth about $15 each. So that's $30 more. Then we have a lot of the small figures. We have this little guy with a camera worth $15. The postman's worth about $20. This army guy is amazing. He's worth at least $70. He went all the way up to $100. Policeman is worth about $15. And then we have a little African-American girl worth about $15. Little redhead girl, she's worth about $15. The little doctor, he's worth about $12. And then the chef, he's worth $18. And then we have this little blonde boy in a blue shirt, he's worth $12. And this little brunette guy in the blue shirt in a box worth $13. So with our previous 378 videos of value on my toy collection, our collection was worth $941,433. So now we can add our Fisher Price Little People toys to our overall grand total, so we can add another $1,671 to that total. So that means for episode 379 of Value in My Toy Collection, our new overall grand total is $943,104. And we've still got a lot of videos to make. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed our toy collection is going to be worth $1 million when we get through. But remember, I'm not a millionaire. I've just been saving these toys all my life, going to thrift stores and flea markets, garage sales, toy stores, and looking online. And it's just accumulated to this big old total over the years, which is pretty exciting. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. They are so much work to make, but it's actually fun for me because I like to see what I have and what it's actually worth, because it's just been sitting on shelves for years collecting dust. And now that I'm packing it all up to take to the toy museum, it's kind of like Christmas time, seeing what all I have all over again. And if you want to see the toys up close, you can also check us out on Facebook, and we're called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. And feel free to subscribe if you'd like to. It helps the channel grow. So until our next video, guys, we will see you then.